welcome to Forever Talking. We talk nothing forever. My name is the Ian Moore with my commentating partner and two co-hosts today, Nicholas Walk, as well as our new full-time co-host, Jacob Riddles, who's joining us today. We talked about it last week. JB is going to be joining us on pretty much weekly now, if he can make it, which is, depending on who you ask, it's either a good thing or it's a really, really bad thing. If you ask Nick, this is fantastic news. He loves it. If you ask me, I'm more concerned than not.
As LeBron once said, that's my favorite saying. That's my favorite saying.
That's my ball. That ain't our ball. That's our ball, ain't it? Hey, it's our ball. I wonder how our roommates feel. I walked in today and they scared the shit out of me because one of them was like raging playing fucking COD or something like that. Scared the piss out of me.
Oh shoot! Before we forget, guys, some people got my riddles. I don't know their name. There's a few, but you know, the riddle from 2 weeks ago. What two things can you never eat for breakfast? Lunch and dinner. I thought that was a pretty easy one. It's not going to be that easy for now on, guys.
Because we're moving on with some challenging topics moving forward. We wanted to implement a new thing to try and get the audience engaged, where weekly Jacob is going to be spouting off a riddle. And we wanted to do this new thing where the first person I see get it right, we are going to personally send them $5.
And if you don't get it right, you die.
That's
no.
Oh, yeah,
not quite.
You just get it wrong.
You just get it wrong.
We didn't go over this before we were talking. My bad. We're a little off on the rules.
We're not communicating. It's a communication issue, I think.
Yeah, that's my bad, guys.
No, it's good. It's good, man. So God damn it. So weekly now, Jimmy is going to be reading off a riddle of his, and the first person that I see get it correct on social media will be winning $5. JB is going to say his riddle at the end of each podcast. We're going to post it. We're going to make it a little clip, and we're going to post it across all social media sites. Keep in mind, it's depending on the first person I see get it right, and I don't check the comments every single day. So it just has to be a little bit of luck, has to be a little bit of persistence, and if you want that $5, try and give it a whack. These are going to be pretty hard riddles. You could probably Google it if you wanted to, but
that's like no fun. Yeah, and if you get it wrong, like you die. So like maybe you might want to look it up.
We're so gonna get fucking age restricted. Yeah, you may want to look it up. So make sure you pay attention. If we see you get it right, we'll reach out to you personally, and we'll get you a Venmo or Cash App or whatever you got, PayPal, whatever it is, and we will personally send you $5.
5 pesos.
5 pesos. So anyway, we're going to be moving on with the first topic of the day. Some big ones. We got 3 topics that we're really talking about today. We're talking about obviously the big one, Jake Paul lost. We're going to be talking about John Jones coming back to the UFC. We're also going to be talking about Misfits X Series 005. I actually had to pull up the card because I can't even remember who's on the card, but I remember that this one has the tag team match, which I'm super intrigued about. But we might as well just get the big one out of the way first. This weekend, or this Sunday, yesterday actually, was Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury, and trying to find the card in a memento. Goddamn cocksucking.
I want to let you know I didn't watch anything but the last fight.
Either did I. So
I didn't give a fuck about the card.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much. It was a pretty bland card. Jake's cards are not that great. There was one YouTube fight on it. Badu Jack did fight on it, which is a pretty big deal if you're a big boxing fan. He actually won the Cruiserweight Championship in a stoppage in round 12 in a all right fight. I mean, it was pretty good if you're a super boxing enthusiast, but we were here for one fight. We were here for one fight only. It was Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. This fight has been going back and forth and has been trying to get the fucking wheels off the runway for the past 2 years now, I think it was. Ever since, when did Jake flatline Woodley? December 2021?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, so this fight has been trying to pick up steam for a while now. Obviously, the first time they got the ball rolling, Tommy pulled out of the fight because he had a broken rib and he also had a bacterial chest infection. And then, yeah.
What a bitch.
And then the second time they fought tried to fight was going to be in America in Madison Square Garden. Obviously, that did not take place because the whole Fury crime investigation, Tommy Fury could not get a visa and could not get into the United States of America. Obviously, it's not what he did. It's more of like, so Tyson's like trainer is involved or has connections to potential mafia.
Respect.
At least that's what I read. That could be allegedly could be 100% wrong. So precautions.
Yeah, the mob's fake.
Yeah, huh? No, not the mob.
Oh, my bad, guys. Let's just
yeah, you're gonna get us killed. Fucking relax. Good brothers type shit. So I don't know I don't know like what something. I think it has something to do with this trainer, but I'm not sure. Something about the Furies being connected with some sort of mob or something in some shape or fashion, allegedly. So America government does not want them in America until the investigation has wrapped, which makes sense. Which is the reason Tyson hasn't been able to get in America. Tommy hasn't been able to get in America. Big John Fury hasn't been able to get. Basically, the entire camp hasn't really been able to get into America. And that's basically just because, obviously, that whole investigation. So the second fight came around, supposed to be in Madison Square Garden. It did not happen because Tommy could not get to America. Tommy was then replaced with Hasim Rahman Jr., who tried to play liberties with weight, and that did not happen either. And thank God for Jake that it didn't, because that would have been painful. So obviously that didn't happen. Then Jake went on to fight Anderson Silva. And then on a very short notice amount of time, this build for the fight was announced 4 weeks ago, when typically these things are announced 2.5 months in advance, but it was not. It was only announced 4 weeks ago. Do I think both men were in camp previous to this? Yeah, 100%. At least you would assume so. And it was slated to be in, I think it was Saudi Arabia, I believe.
Cristiano Ronaldo was there.
Cristiano Ronaldo was there. We're messy guys over here, man. And just good Lord. And it's the fight took place. My prediction was that Jake Paul was going to win this fight. Nick's prediction was Tommy Fury was going to win this fight. Jacob wasn't on the podcast when we were making predictions, so I had no idea who he thought we was going to win the fight.
I didn't have an idea either.
It was 50-50. I mean, we were going back and forth for a very long time about this. I was leaning to Jake more than not because I thought Jake had boxing technicalities to outclass Tommy. That was never going to happen. My theory was Tommy was going to get on the stage, he was going to poop his pants, and he was going to gas and get smoked, or just gas, really.
He did not gas, though. He did not
gas. That did not happen. As a matter of fact, the guy who gassed more,
it was Jake Paul.
It was Jake. We'll break the fight down round by round and kind of give it what we thought when watching this. When Nick and I were watching it, we thought Jake lost rounds 1, 2. He won the third round, lost the fourth round. had the point deduction in the 5th round, I think, but came back to win the rest of the round. Tommy had the point deduction in round 6, but he came back to win the rest of that round. Tommy won round 7, and then I had Jake winning round 8, I believe, if that was correct.
Yeah, because that's when he knocked him down.
Yes, and he knocked him down. That would have been a 10-8 round. So yeah, I think either way that comes out to be like 75, 73. I don't know. I'm not good at math, but with all the point deductions and then the knockdowns and shit, I had Tommy winning that fight by a round or two, regardless. Now Jake went 8 rounds and didn't get knocked out by a pro boxer. So whether that's a compliment towards Jake or it's a shot at Tommy Fury, you can kind of deduce which way you want to go with that. We said from the beginning, months ago, when Nick and I were on a podcast with my cousin, that I thought that Tommy had the ability and the tools necessary to beat Jake. It's because he throws combinations and bunches. But he is really, really bad at blocking that right hand whenever he comes in. He gets blasted with the right hand, and he did get blasted a couple of times, but he avoided it for the most part. And he just was able to put combinations on Jake, and the points racked up over time. One thing that we didn't really get to see is that Jake's right hand, that was the big devastating right hand, was not really a big factor. Whether that's because he just couldn't land it clean or because Tommy can wear it much better just because he's a younger guy.
He's bigger.
And he's bigger and he can wear that shot better. But Jake was clearly looking for that right hand for a very long time. I'm hearing news that he may have broken his hand or fucked up his arm or something along the lines. I'm not 100% sure about that. But the game plan from the start of the fight was very clear. Jake was going to try and wear Tommy out. That's what I thought was going to happen. That's what, if I was boxing Tommy Fury, that's probably what I would try to do. Just because Tommy Fury has only ever gone 6 rounds and he was gassed. He gets gassed around round 4.
Well, do you remember Logan Paul? Logan Paul even said it. So
and Logan did that little interview with Radio Raheem where he was saying that Tommy was going to gas, and obviously that was the game plan from the get-go. Jake did come out looking a bit flat, actually, which is, I watched the fight back today. He did kind of look a little bit flat. He had a little more pep in his step and a little more energy when he was fighting Anderson Silva.
He looked good against Silva, but
he did
his other
good.
Fights. He didn't look good in any of his other fights, though.
No, not really. He looked a little flat this fight around. For whatever reason. He gassed out, which is not, I mean, obviously like Jake's cardio is more of an issue than it is for like JJ or something along those lines. But when he was able to go 8 rounds just trying to outpace Anderson Silva, that worked. So we were thinking that the cardio wasn't going to be an issue, but he was pretty tired by round 6. I wouldn't say he was like fucking dying for air, but he was clearly tired.
Well, that whole last round, besides for the knockdown, he was hugging him the whole time.
Yeah.
He did not let go.
And that knockdown, by the way, like I believe Jake can crack still. Like I think he can hit hard. Do I think that right hand would blast somebody like it would a Tyron Woodley for a guy who's younger? I don't know. That's remained to be seen. But the shot that he put Tommy Fury down with, that was just a jab where Tommy really just lost his
balance.
His balance.
It does remain to be seen. And now that you said that, I guess it's time to officially announce that I am challenging Jake Paul to his next fight. If he doesn't take it, he's a bitch. So there's that.
There might be a weight issue there, my friend.
Yeah. I'm just saying I can go wherever. I can, I just want to let you know, if he doesn't take this fight and he doesn't answer me, he's not just a problem child, he's a bitch child.
He's a baby back bitch. Yeah.
Baby back bitch.
Yeah. Dummy.
It's my favorite saying.
All right, LeBron. And obviously with all those rounds combined, some judge had Jake Paul winning this fight. I don't know what the fuck. I have
That's
no
crazy.
idea what the fuck
No
you were
way.
watching. And it was a
Yeah,
competitive fight.
that guy not only had a pen in one hand, he had fucking Jake Paul's balls in the other.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Cock, balls, all of it. Every bit. Gooch, taint, grasping. Yeah. So he obviously, I
Chewing
mean,
that shit.
yeah, he had it swallowed. It was a good match. It was a good fight. And obviously, like Tommy didn't like pick this up and run away with it. I mean, it was still competitive, but Tommy won. I mean, it was clear as day.
Oh, easy.
Now there is a rematch clause, and this is going to happen again. It is inevitable. This is going to happen again in the summer. If Tommy shows up. I found myself, what was so interesting about this fight was obviously we don't like Jake. That's not new news. And Tommy Fury has done a very fantastic job at pissing me off to a very unbelievable level the last couple months. I didn't know who I wanted to win this fight when walking into it. Obviously, when I have that ego, and whenever I chose Jake to win, I would like to be right. But like, it was interesting because whenever we were leading up to the fight, I was never really knowing who I wanted to win because I didn't like either guy. And I found myself rooting for Jake whenever the fight came around. And I think it's just because it's better for YouTube if he wins. And it's better for the KSI fight if he wins and both men walk into that fight undefeated. Now am I happy Jake Paul lost? 100%. But I texted Nick after the fight and I was sitting there and I was like, it just kind of feels anticlimactic. I mean, it's not. You all right over there?
Yeah, so I was watching some porn.
All right. It just feels anticlimactic and it's not as big. Like it just doesn't feel as big as it normally would.
Well, I just think we
Yeah.
imagined when Jake Paul would lose, he would just get knocked out.
We were hoping so. And we were hoping it was gonna be in a giant stadium and a massive profile fight at the end of the year. But that's just I don't know.
I did see this thing though. It was like he's actually taken the fight pretty, like the loss pretty well. I thought he was going to be like a real bitch about it. Like he's gonna be like, oh, the refs don't like he came up in his post match interview and was like, well, like
Yeah,
I saw that
shit. Yeah, he's been taking the loss pretty well. I didn't like how he did the post match. He did the immediate post fight interview, and he did say, "Well, I hurt my arm in camp, and I was sick twice." You don't want to say that. Just say you lost. But this is gonna happen again. They're gonna fight again. I still got Jake winning. I still think Jake can win.
Oh,
I mean,
I got Jake winning the second one for sure.
I think that he can win. I don't think that. And you know, Tommy Fury's been doing this his entire life, and Jake Paul's only been doing this for 5 years. So there is props to be had there. But you know, I think that we're gonna see this fight happen again, and that's pretty much all I have to say about it. It just feels kind of anticlimactic that he lost, but at the same time, the rematch is gonna happen. Hopefully, I think if he gets the win back, it does redeem himself. Obviously KSI was very happy that Jake Paul lost. And he made his little videos and whatever. And then JJ's manager said, well, we're thinking about moving the Jake Paul fight to the summer. Don't do that. That's a fucking bitch move. That's stupid. You agreed to fight in December. You're going to fight in December. If Jake Paul lost, if KSI lost to Temper and then we decide to move the fight up to the summer, that's fucked up. So it has to be respected both ways. Just because Jake lost doesn't mean we move the fight up. When Jake lost, we agree to fight in the summer or in December. We're fighting in Principality Stadium. That's it. December
so who's
13th.
KSI fighting next?
Joe Fournier.
Is that for sure?
Probably.
Oh, it's not for sure yet. Then guess what? I challenge KSI to a fight. I actually kind of like you, but if you don't accept, you are also a bitch.
Yeah.
And I will stick a prime up your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sponsor us, please. So Yeah, JJ. So JJ's fighting in May. He's also apparently fighting in August, supposedly, and then KSI versus Jake is in on December 13th in Principality Stadium. Jake will be fighting in the summer against Tommy Fury. And then I don't know if he's gonna fight again before the KSI fight or what, but who knows? But that's where we are with Jake. Feels a little anticlimactic, but maybe who knows? This all might work out in the end as we move forward. And because KSI versus Jake Paul, like, not only is it the biggest YouTube boxing match you can make, it's probably one of the biggest boxing matches you can make, period.
It probably is the biggest boxing match.
That's gonna do like 2 million pay-per-view buys. It's gonna be in a 75,000 fucking seat venue. They're gonna do okay. And you know, obviously we would have loved to see both guys undefeated walking into that fight, and we can't get that now. And I guess that's just where the anticlimactic part comes, especially because it was a split decision loss. What's funny about that fight though between Jake and Tommy is that like, I watched it back. Jake, if he just would have thrown more left hooks moving forward, he probably would have had some success. He landed that bomb, which was a left hook on Tommy, which snapped his head back, and it worked pretty well. And for some reason, he just abandoned it just because he's working on that right hand. And I think that he just really leans on that right hand way too much. I mean, he's not Deontay Wilder. Can he crack with it? Sure. But I mean, it has to be extremely accurate, and he has to completely land it on the button. He can't just land it wherever he wants, whenever he wants, like Deontay Wilder. I mean, so I would like to see Jacob not rely on that in the second fight. You can't obviously rely on Tommy Fury gassing out, but you can rely on your left hook because he's not going to see it coming. He's going to see the right hook coming. So anyways, that's pretty much all I have to talk about with that. Nick, if you want to pull up a Misfits 005 card, we're going to be going over that next. Oh, you don't have a phone?
Yeah, I got my phone using this.
I could pull it up, guys.
If you want to. I got it.
All it's coming up is big booty Latinas.
That's what your search history is.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah. Yeah, you're all right.
I looked at the card already. I don't know anyone for the most part besides King Kenny. I know he's fighting.
Yeah, I gotta pull it up right here too. So I'll go over the card, and we'll take this out one at a time. Obviously, there's only really like 3 fights on here that I'm super interested in seeing. It's a building card again. I mean, it's not a KSI card. It's not a big card, but it's a building card.
Who would be the main event?
It's Jay Swingler from TGF. You probably would remember.
TGF.
If you looked it up, you would know it. It's hard to explain. We watched videos about it before a long time ago. Jay has fought twice now. This is going to be his 3rd fight. He fought a Nissan Gibb in 2018, and he also fought Churdley's a few months ago. And
is that who he fought?
So Jay Swingler is going to be fighting Nick LMAO. Nick has never fought before. Jay has fought Churdley's, and he has fought a Nissan Gibb, and he knocked the fuck out of Churdley's. And there's no reason to believe that Jay's going to lose this fight. Jay's one of the bigger names in Misfits, and they're growing him and trying to turn him into something big. So this is just a building block card. King Kenny versus Ashley Roxu. Obviously, we know King Kenny. He lost his first fight to Face Temper, beat Face Sensei, and then beat. Man, I can't remember the other guy's name. Recently, he beat somebody recently by knockout. Ashley lost to Anthony Taylor in pretty, considerable fashion. I got King Kenny winning this fight. King Kenny is also a big name that they're trying to build.
Yeah.
And he's in the beta squad as well with Chunks. Yeah, Dean the Great. Yep, shout out Chunks. You got the Misfits lightweight champion Dean the Great versus somebody I'm not 100% sure of. Can't pronounce his name. I apologize. Pulley Arif, I think it is. I apologize. I have no idea. Dean the Great again is one of the big names in Misfits. He's one of the champions in the division. So
have we watched him? I feel like I recognize that name.
We have watched Dean fight. Yeah, he had the big fight whenever JB came over to watch Misfits. It was the
yeah.
He got knocked down twice and then fucking threw a right hand from hell and knocked the fuck out of the other guy. To retain the title. Speaking of the other guy, Wallet Sharks is on this card versus NNA Productions, but NNA Productions pulled out of the fight, so I don't think that fight's happening anymore. Anyway, Astrid Wet versus AJ Bunker. Astrid Wet fought a few months ago. They're trying to build this women's division. It's for the Misfits Flyweight Championship. Probably gonna get Astrid Wet versus Elle Brook next. Are you looking up? You looking up OnlyFans?
I'm actually just looking her up, seeing what I'm working with.
He looks interested in this fight.
Yeah,
yeah. I like the last girl fight.
Faith Ordway versus.
Oh, I like Astrid Wet. I like Astrid Wet.
Yeah. What do you like about her? Like her jab? Her right straight?
I like her boobs.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
My bad, guys.
Oh no.
Oh, she's the girl who knocked out the other girl. No, never mind.
Yeah, yes, she did, I think. No, I didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. She did.
By the way, guys, if you want someone to follow pretty good on Instagram, Astrid Wet's got a good Instagram.
You should follow her on Twitter. You're welcome. Anyway, moving on to the next card or fight.
She got OnlyFans too?
Yeah, that's literally what she does.
Oh, yeah. It says Astrid Wet porno, suck and ride massive dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna need to cut that.
I'm not going to. Yeah, I might put the OnlyFans in the bio. Help her out a little bit. Anyway, next one is Ginty versus Hollaham. Ginty fought.
I gotta edit my name so I don't have my full fucking name on here.
It doesn't show it.
Okay.
Well, if I do that, it does.
Do I have my name on it?
Yeah, I already said your name earlier in the podcast too.
I'm
they
not
know
worried.
your name. No, they know your name. It's over. It's a wrap.
I'm not worried.
I mean, I'm not the guy with something to lose.
I ain't got anything to lose. Yeah, I do. But you know,
you might.
Yeah, you should probably stop talking about fucking boobs if you.
Sorry. Maybe look up Astrid Wet.
I didn't make you do anything. You literally went out of your way to do that.
We're talking about the fight, man. I gotta know what we're working with.
Yeah, she's nice. She's a good person. Anyway.
She's
cool. Yeah, she's chill. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Dummy. Ginty versus Hollaham. Ginty fought. I can't remember his name. But somebody who's actually gonna fight Logan Paul. God fucking damn it. This is gonna piss me off. Hold on. JMX. Hollaham is a friend of Salt Poppy. He also was
Poppy.
Yep. He was also Salt Poppy's first opponent. I don't know who's gonna win this fight, but you know, it should be fun. Should be fireworks. Next fight's Tempo Arts versus Godson. I don't know either of these guys, so we're just gonna move on, but you know, whatever. And then the big fight that I really want to see is the tag team fight. This fight is against with Luis Pineda and B Dave versus the Fantastic Two. That well, if they actually dropped out and 2 other people replaced in it, I don't know. I don't know who's gonna win, but I hope Pineda wins just because we love him. And I'm
Yeah,
very Pineda, and I'm very
The
interested in.
Undertaker.
Yes, sir. I'm very interested in the concept of tag team boxing, and this will either be very funny to watch, or it'll be a fucking train wreck of mass proportions. There really is no. I
think it's going to go well.
I think that it could either be terrible or it's going to be great. There, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. But I'm interested, and I want to watch it either way. Jacob wants to talk about Ant-Man.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
Okay. So I'm gonna start it out with hot take. Okay.
Yeah.
And she was a hot take.
Are you talking about his daughter?
Daughter.
Oh my God.
She's
the
26.
entire movie I was talking with Nick about this.
I know.
The whole fucking movie.
Oh my God.
What happened?
I couldn't focus. I never mind.
I don't think this is actually Paul Rudd's daughter, by the way.
No, but like
yeah, but it's Paul Rudd's daughter. I
don't even fucking know Ant-Man's name in the movie, and I watched
Scott.
Scott. Well, Scott's daughter could get it.
Fuck.
So yeah, so I had to look up her age beforehand, just in case.
26.
She's 26.
So did we.
26.
Wait, we looked it up in the movie.
Yeah, we had to look it up too.
Good, because I didn't want to do that. I was next to the fam. Didn't want some weird looks.
Yeah.
But overall, I want to say this. I actually thought it was a solid movie, and people who are giving it bad ratings have just never seen bad movies.
But it's not that bad. It's not bad.
No, it's not bad. That's what I'm saying. It's a solid movie. It's just the fact is people are giving it bad ratings, and I don't think they've seen bad movies.
It's
because that wasn't bad. It's solid.
I think people are just. I mean,
people want to compare it to like Infinity War and Civil War, and it's not supposed. It's a builder movie.
It was a good movie. I mean, it wasn't bad at all. Everybody did very well in the movie. Paul Rudd's great as always. It's just Jonathan Majors as Kang is fucking fantastic, and he's going to continue to be fantastic for the next half a decade.
Actually, I'm going to save it for our cutaway. I actually have a little cutaway of what we can do. But I think that movie also showcases how good Marvel can make like background characters, such as like Korg and other movies and stuff like that. But that fucking squishy thing, I love that guy.
With the holes?
Yeah.
Holes. He's like, I've never had holes.
Yeah.
I love that guy. He's so much better than fucking Forky in Toy Story 4. By the way, a little tangent.
We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna pretend like Toy Story 4 is a bad movie. Knock it off.
It's a fucking bad movie.
It's a fantastic
movie. Toy Story 3 had a perfect fucking ending.
And Toy Story 4 had a great ending too. I don't know what the fuck
it didn't. Forky's just fucking stupid.
He's not in the movie that much.
He's a bitch.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie. You're out of your fucking mind. But Ant-Man was a lot of fun. Obviously Nick is not Nick. My apologies. Jacob's a horn dog, and he came to watch it for Ant-Man's daughter.
No, I didn't know she was in it. To be fair, I hadn't seen the trailers.
Yeah,
I just saw like Ant-Man, and then I was like, damn,
not bad.
I was kind of glad he cut me off there.
Yeah, she's great. What's funny is she's still great in the movie. She had that funny line when she was like, "Don't be a dick." They fucked MODOK, by the way. That was bad.
That was bad.
That was bad. He was funny, but not a great look. I think people are just like they don't like the CGI and stuff, which I understand. Because everything in the MCU is CGI, but it doesn't bother me like as much. If you're going into it, I thought the world looked pretty. If you're just expecting, not everything can be the Batman, and we're not here to make the Batman. a Spider-Man 4 should be a grounded Spider-Man movie, right? And that should be more focused on cinematography and shots and beautiful sceneries and stuff like that. I 100% agree, but that's not what this is. This is Ant-Man, and we're trying to build universal fucking threats here. You can't do that without, this is a world that takes place in a fucking dimension in a super microscopic level. We can't do
Spoiler
that.
alert, guys, just so you guys know, and spoiler alert, Thanos comes back. And
No.
Ant-Man rips into him in a place where
he goes up his ass.
Yeah, and he enlarges.
Yeah.
And that is how the movie ends. But speaking of an actual spoiler alert, the post credit scene where like all the canes are there, wouldn't it have been cool? This is the little cutaway. And this is pretty good. Wouldn't it have been cool if Jonathan Majors' Creed character was one of the canes there as the multiverse? And that gets us into talking about, we're going to see Creed this weekend.
On Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you coming, Jacob?
Yeah, I love Creed.
Yeah, it's gonna be me.
I love Michael Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be a pretty good movie. Creed 3. We have a lot of movies that Nick and I, like I said, we had to go see Creed. We had to go see John Wick after this. Ant-Man was big.
So you guys know, I watched the movie Smile over the weekend. It came out a while ago, but I'd always wanted to see it in theaters.
What was that
movie? Wait, how was it?
No, I'm trying to. I think I know it.
It was the one where she's just literally. It's like they have like a disease or some shit, and this people just smile, and then they're like, if you get smiled at, like that's like you're gonna die soon. It's kind of like The Ring, where like you have like 7 days and you're probably gonna die, but you just keep seeing people just smiling. Yeah, that movie was so good until the fucking end. And the ending was the worst ending I've ever seen in a fucking movie.
Never watched it. And
just so you guys know, so fuck the smile people.
Yeah. I think the worst ending I've seen in a movie was Us.
I don't know.
Whoa. Jordan Peele is a savior to this generation. And if you haven't seen Nope, it's on Peacock right now. I just watched it again the other day. Nope is a very good movie, and Get Out is my favorite movie of all time, right next to Step Brothers.
I'm sorry, it's just not.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
I love Jordan Peele too. And I love Get Out. But Nick and I went and saw Us, and I could not believe what the fuck that I actually got there to watch and sat down and watch that movie.
Awesome.
I like the concept of that movie, but I don't think it was played out well.
It just went off the rails. It started off great.
Yeah.
And it just went off the rails. And then I never went and saw Nope. I heard it was a fucking mess.
It's just for sophisticated individuals like myself.
Yeah, if one thing I describe you as is sophisticated. Yeah, you're a fucking idiot. There's nothing sophisticated about you.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you. I once put liquid paper on a bee, and it died.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways.
Maybe that's fun. Love you.
God damn it. Why is it every time I have you on a podcast, I have to edit some shit out?
You're going to have to edit a lot of shit out, unfortunately, man.
Just one. I'm just editing one part out. Careful.
I'm going to edit more.
Anyways, moving on to the final subject of the day. Obviously, we have a busy weekend ahead of us. We have Creed 3 on Friday. We have JB and I were talking about going to see AEW in theaters on Sunday. Nick, you're also invited if you want to go. Not that you'll know anything what the fuck is going on in wrestling, but whatever. Saturday, we also have Misfits 005, as well as another big fight that we're going to be probably prioritizing over it, is the John Jones Heavyweight Championship return. UFC 285, I think. I mean, I just fucking, I can't stand you. This was a terrible idea.
In the chat, I put boobs.
Yeah, I know you did. UFC 285 is this weekend. It's this Saturday. It's between John Jones and Cyril Gane.
Yeah, you said it right the first time.
Yeah, Cyril Gane. Heavyweight fight. We talked about this a little bit last time around about how I'm not a big John Jones guy. I think he's a terrible person, but
I
hey.
love John Jones.
Yeah, I know you do. I don't even know the rest of the card. Is there any other fights on this card that are?
Yeah, it's actually it's a decent card if you know him, but
let's check.
When's the bouts?
Pay-per-views are typically at 9 p.m.
No, like so Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we all watching it together. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Well, I gotta work, and then we'll go to my house, and then we'll watch Misfits.
Is it okay if I bring some of my friends to your house?
You have no friends besides me. And a couple other people.
Yeah, like Broccoli Rob.
Yeah. That's why I said you have no friends, because Broccoli Rob's not your friend. And I said that, not that I know you have friends, but the friends that you were talking about bringing are not your friends. You're not bringing Broccoli Rob. You're not bringing fucking Michael Jordan. You're not bringing Jordan Peele. Okay?
He's taking that personal.
Greenwood.
Shut the fuck up. All right, let's go over the card. First fight of the night is, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Nick. I'm a USC casual, so I'm not 100%. Oh, I know Shavkat Rakhmonov. That's terrifying.
Is that the third fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, no, not supposed to be. He's as good as Khamzat Chimaev. Just lesser known.
I want to watch him fight. I haven't watched him fight, but I know he's undefeated.
Fuck, he's gonna kill this fucking guy. So Shavkat Rakhmonov is fighting. I don't know a lot of these guys. The women flyweight championship. Shevchenko.
Yeah, she's nasty. She's the best women's fighter out there.
Yeah, she's fighting.
Nasty.
That's
what he was gonna say. I know what you mean. Yeah, she can.
No,
fight.
I didn't mean it that way.
Yeah,
no,
she can get you. She can get you
down.
down. She can get you down. Double leg takedown. She's a real
freaking naughty.
Yeah, she's a dog. Dog.
Mommy's wearing nothing but short skirts.
Hey, so you're on camera, like just.
My bad. Yes.
I like flat out. Like that's a recording. So Shavkat Rakhmonov is fighting, and Shevchenko God damn it. Yeah, Shevchenko is fighting. But the main event is John Jones versus Cyril Gane. I saw a clip, and I actually sent it to Jacob, of John Jones sparring. That's not John Jones. That's John Big Bone Jones. That motherfucker has put on weight. Big Mac. He is a big boy now.
So I don't want to be that guy. Are you fat shaming?
I'm fat.
Got me.
And he's John Jones. How the fuck? He does look like he put on weight. And whenever you're
just trying to gaslight you,
I know you are, but you can't, because I am. I'm inevitable. John Jones is 6'3", probably gonna weigh in about 245. Originally he was 205. He is 35 years of age with a reach of 84 inches. Cyril Gane is 32, 6'3", 245 pounds, with a reach of 81 inches. And this is for the heavyweight championship of the world, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
it is.
Because Francis is gone.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Francine-
So this is for the
Francine
heavyweight
took
champ.
his fucking boat home, that little bitch.
Yeah, you're an idiot. So John Jones, for some reason, got himself a UFC heavyweight championship fight without ever fighting in a heavyweight bout in his entire life, and also barely winning his last 2 contests against guys who were a little bit bigger than him. So long as John Jones doesn't do steroids or anything along those lines, which I can't guarantee is going to happen just because he's John Jones. John Jones versus Cyril Gane. Obviously, Cyril Gane was defeated by Francis Ngannou in his last bout. I believe that was his last fight.
No, he fought someone else.
Did he fight? Did he win?
Yeah, he killed him.
Yeah.
The guy's like 2. It's the guy who drinks out of his shoe, which is terrible. But
A shoey. Shoey.
they like pour the alcohol in there and then he'll drink it.
Yeah, shoey. So Cyril Gane is fighting, and he won his last one, according to Nick. He got wrestled by Francis in his heavyweight fight, and apparently Francis had 2 bad knees as well, which is also impressive that Francis was able to do that. John has not fought in 3-4 years. Somewhere along the lines, obviously he struggled in his last fight. He's been riddled with controversy and issues, and whether he's been trying to get up weight in the last 4 years or he just hasn't been able to fight because of controversy, depending on who you ask, it's neither here nor there. Now he's back. Is he back for long? I don't know. It just kind of depends how this fight goes, but we could riddle off some predictions of who we think is going to win and why we think they're going to win. My prediction is Cyril Gane is going to win.
How?
Now John Jones could prove me wrong. He has proven me wrong before, but he is fighting a guy who is used to this weight, who has not struggled recently. Who has been active in the cage, as active as I guess most heavyweights are, only fighting once a year. John has not ever fought at this weight before. He has not fought in multiple years. He could try and box Gane and stay away. Is Gane a wrestler? Is he a good wrestler? I can't remember.
No.
John is a really good wrestler, but also he's not really used to this weight, so I think that John may gas out. And again, I could be wrong. I mean, John Jones is John Jones at the end of the day, but I got Cyril Gane winning this fight. Maybe by TKO. Why not? Fuck it. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I've been wrong before, but that's what I got winning. Nick, who do you have winning this fight and why?
I got John Jones because I think he's going to take him down and just basically wrestle him the whole fight. But if the fight stays on the feet, I got Gane winning, but I think John Jones is going to take him down.
What about his gas? What about his gas tank? You don't think that's going to be an issue?
No, I don't think so.
Gas tank was an issue at 205 last time he fought. You don't think it's going to be an issue at 40 extra poundage on him?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I think he's got it. And if he gets tired, he can just lay on him.
Sure. Jacob, I'm not going to ask you who to win because you have John's cock.
John motherfucking Jones. John motherfucking Bones Jones.
How?
Yep. He's going to win. And you know what he's going to do? He's going to win again and win again. John Jones once told me, fuck all y'all. No, I didn't say that, but he was thinking it.
He probably has said that before.
He probably
Jacob,
did say that.
How do you think he's going to win?
I think he's going to get him in that old choke. That old, who'd he do it to? The fucking he was right here and just choked that bitch out. I watch it on free fights on YouTube because I'm fucking poor.
That's what I do. Sometimes I
Yeah.
just
They choked the fuck out of this guy. Literally left his body lifeless. But I think he's gonna choke him out, and then he's gonna win the match.
Yeah. Whatever. We'll see what happens. It doesn't matter to me either way. I mean, if John loses this fight, it's safe to say that he is done for good. If he wins this fight, I cannot promise that he is not done for good. I don't really have anything else to say. I don't care enough about it anymore. I just don't give a shit, and I don't think he deserves to be in this fight. And I don't. Whatever. Obviously he mentioned fighting Stipe next. Whatever. I mean, I'm more interested in the 155ers. I'm more interested in Volkanovski. I'm more interested in 170. I'm more interested in Izzy versus Pereira 3. So, or 2, whatever you want to call it in the UFC.
4.
Well, this would be 4. Yeah. So, yeah. As well, we'll also dive into one more topic, and then we'll get JB's riddle going, and then we'll get the fuck out of here. But you all right? Yeah. Obviously, in the last podcast, I believe, or maybe it was the podcast before, Nick and I buried the Battlehawks.
That was last week.
That was last week. Yeah, we didn't necessarily bury them, but we said that they did not look good.
They looked like shit for most of the game.
Yeah, for most of the game, they looked like shit until 2 minutes left where AJ McCarron woke up. They looked much better in week 2. Like we were hoping was going to happen. They were going to improve. Obviously, there's some issues still. Wide receivers dropping the ball is never a good thing. But AJ McCarron looks like he is settled in. So my concerns about AJ McCarron is pretty much diminished to 0. I know that he's the best quarterback in the league by far. It's not even close. Their defense is still really, really good. Offensive line leaves a lot to be desired. And Austin Prohl, who's his wide receiver, has saved the game 2 weeks in a row now. Obviously, the biggest issue with this last game was the offensive line and
dropped passes. Can't be dropping passes. That's a big deal. Can't win the game if you can't get in the end zone. Can't get in the end zone if you don't catch the fucking ball. Obviously, running was an issue, but they have one really good running back. I can't remember his name. I think his last name is Hill, though. And he seemed to be the most effective running back out of the 3 that they utilize. So I think they'll continue to improve. I'm going to unfortunately miss the game on Sunday, but I think they'll continue to improve and get better. I did watch San Antonio play, and they look really, really good. They just beat the living shit out of Orlando, I think, or maybe Orlando's bad. Who knows? Maybe I think they played Orlando, but anyway, the XFL week 2 was fun. I didn't watch all the games. I just watched the Battlehawks game, which was on Thursday. The Vegas game was a rough sight. They only had 6,000 in attendance, and they played in, I believe, a baseball stadium on dead grass with spray painted lines. So is that in Vegas?
Yes.
They
couldn't get in the stadium. Yeah, they couldn't get in the stadium, and it was not a good look on TV. I'm expecting the ratings for the TV to drop a little bit in week 2, just because the hype is a little bit gone, and obviously the Thursday night game kind of spread the games out a little bit. But in breaking news, the Battlehawks did open up the entire upper half of the dome, so they're probably going to sell out that entire stadium for the game, for the home opener and the opening home games that they play, which is a pretty big deal. About 45,000 attendance right now, and it will only continue to grow, and I think that the XFL will continue to succeed, but there will be a little dip in ratings on TV, which is expected, but I think it will steadily climb back up as we continue on with the rest of the league. It will definitely, the TV game for the Battlehawks will definitely be good because people want to see that again, but we'll see what happens. That's pretty much all I had, the subjects that we had to talk about today. We got Tommy versus Jake out of the way. We got Ant-Man out of the way. We got Misfits 05 out of the way. And we got John Jones out of the way, as well as the Battlehawks. We got them out of the way as well. So
if we just want to go ahead and move on to the final thing of the day, it's going to be Jacob's riddle. As I said earlier, previously in the podcast, us at Forever Talking want to implement a new program to get the audience involved, where Jacob is going to weekly say a riddle, and I'm going to post the clips across the social media. And the first person I see get it right, we're going to reach out to you and we're going to send you $5. Now, granted, this is the first person that I see get it right, and I'm not looking all the time. So in order to win, it's going to take a little bit of luck, a little bit of chance, but you better throw your name in the hat anyway to see if you can win it. It's $5, and $5 is, could be, why not? Why not try to win? And we'll reach out to you personally.
Like we said, if you don't get the riddle
you're not
right,
going to die. You're not going to die.
We are going to track down your IP from you commenting.
No.
And
we're getting
something's going to happen.
No one's going to track you down. It's not going to happen.
I don't want to be that guy.
No. So anyway, let's get into the first riddle of the day. And actually on the main podcast, we're going to be giving the answers as well. And that's when we'll announce the winner. So not only will we send you $5 personally, we'll also announce the winner on the podcast as well. So Jacob,
if you don't tune in, just if you don't win, just know something's coming.
Nothing. Shut the fuck up.
Just telling you guys.
Say the riddle.
Okay, guys. Everyone listen up. If you throw me out the window, you'll leave a grieving wife. But leave me in the middle of the door, and you might just save a life. What am I? Leave that in the comments. And if you get it wrong,
no. Shut the fuck up. God damn, man. Fuck.
Next time.
You're fucking gonna get this video taken down. You're sending threats.
My bad, guys.
So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this episode of Forever Talking. We got a lot covered in this episode in a pretty short amount of time, which is actually pretty impressive, but that's just because we talk fast. I think we're a little bit over an hour. So yeah, leave the riddle comments in the answer to the riddle in the comments if you can figure it out. Nobody's gonna hunt you down if you get it wrong.
This was hard. I have no idea.
I have no fucking idea either, but I'm sure someone will figure it out. But we're just gonna go ahead and wrap this one up here. Obviously, to recap, we talked about Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. We talked about Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantum Mania. We talked about Misfits 005. We talked about John Jones versus Cyril Gane in UFC 285. And we also talked about the St. Louis Battlehawks in the XFL Week 2. We're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Make sure you try and answer the riddles. And we'll be back next Wednesday with another episode of Forever Talking, where we'll talk about Creed 3. We'll probably talk about John Jones to see if he won. We'll also talk about Misfits 005. We'll be breaking that down, and we'll be talking about whatever else we can think of moving forward. Probably the XFL, probably another UFC fight. I can't remember. We'll have to see what the week holds. Obviously,
just so you guys know, if you guys were paying attention, probably the last minute, I added in another riddle. I started signing out Morse code with my eyes. If you guys can get that right, I will come to your house and I will give you a giant check for $100,000.
Shut the fuck up. God damn, man. Fuck.
I noticed you were doing something with your eyes.
I noticed you were doing it too, and you weren't doing anything. You don't know Morse code, you fucking idiot.
I do.
So random.
God damn. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. My name has been Ian Moore with my commentating partners and co-hosts Nicholas and Jacob Riddles. Can't wait to see you guys next Wednesday. Hopefully you enjoyed this terrible fucking episode where we talk nothing forever and we're consistently shit. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you all next weekend. Peace.
Bitch, I've been feeling so godlike. Starting me and take all the spotlight. Actually, I did cause I own that shit. You think otherwise, you were not right. Bitch, I've been feeling so godlike. Starting me and take all the spotlight. At the top now when I run this shit. Remember when you said that I can't write?
Yo, yeah, I've been feeling so godlike. Flow cold like I wrote it on a Klondike.